Sometimes what happens is you have great unexpected opportunities, and that can be a real good thing. Opportunities are good things, yes? So here we're going to talk a little bit about an unexpected opportunities and how to approach them while still being maybe disciplined in your validator indicators. It's so important as far as that discipline. And let's say, for example, and we'll use an example to kind of walk through this concept here for you. So let's say as an example, you're using a simple moving average, the crossover rule, as your primary. You buy and you sell based on when the prices are crossing above or below the moving average line. And then you're using the RSI to confirm what you're seeing with the SMA. So the simple moving average says buy. I look at my RSI, that says buy. Boom, that's a confirming. I'm going to now make a buy. And then later we'll learn about how to place actual orders and how to budget our money and all those types of things. That's coming up. But basically right now to know is that would be your buy signal, and you're great with that because that's your plan you've got together. And you fully understand things like candlesticks and patterns and all that because you're smart and you took the course. And so you know these different things, but you know that this primary indicator and confirmer has maybe served you well. And so you're watching and waiting for these different trading opportunities using that primary and secondary indicator. And days, the charts go by like gentle waves on a stream, so to speak, or waves on the ocean. And you're looking at your chart today, and the candlesticks are gently moving across. And then all of a sudden, you see this. So you see this, and you're like, oh wait, that's something. I know that's something. That was in the course. That's something. That's a gap thing. That's a gap. What kind of gap was that? Oh my gosh. It's a gap up. It could be a breakaway gap. Something could be happening. I need to, and what you do is you say, well, I need to wait for the trend to develop. The price might drop and fill that gap, or it could go sideways. Or this could be a true price trend up. So I know I have my primary and my secondary. I'm not trading on gaps, but geez, a gap I know is a big opportunity. So maybe I need to watch that, right? So you're watching that. And then what happens the next trading period could be a day, or if you're a day trader, it could be the next hour or whatever your time frame is. And then you see this, and you're looking at that like, okay, there's now another candle that's going upward. Oh, that's a strong indicator, an upward trend. And oh my gosh, I think it looks like a rising window. We have a breakaway gap followed by a rising window possibly. Well, what do? You want to be disciplined, because Steve said you should be, and you just follow your primary and secondary. But you know what? It's okay when opportunity knocks, go ahead and buy. When there's something this strong, showing out there, I mean, still you're looking at all other things. This is just an example. So you might be looking at other things. In fact, this would be another way to look at your primary and secondary along on top of this as well, as almost a third and fourth indicator. But you're seeing this great opportunity. And looking at another indicator, one that's a little bit different than what your primaries are, is not a bad idea either. So you see this gap, you see this rising window, you've got your original primary and secondary, might be a great opportunity, and maybe you put a little bit of money towards that, maybe you put a little bit more. Either way, I want you to still be disciplined, but if an opportunity really comes up, then it's okay to take advantage of an unusual opportunity like that, where it just kind of hits you in the face. And that's one of the benefits of taking a complete course like this, is you are aware of such things. So if it does happen, you can take advantage of it. And the other thing too is if it's clear, clearly like what we see here with a gap and possibly a rising window, others will see that as well and act on it. So that's kind of that self-fulfilling prophecy where other people might be using gap trading as their primary, or other people are seeing this and they're getting in on this too. So that's helping drive the prices up as well. If it's unclear what you're seeing of anything, then stay disciplined. Don't trade it. Stay with your primary and your secondary. Or if you have a third and fourth, stay with that. But if something really kind of hits you in the face, it's okay, to take advantage. You want to be careful you don't start seeing things that can be a mirage or a false signal that can lead to poor trading decisions. Like now everything looks like a rising window or three soldiers or whatever it might be, or gap up and a runaway gap, and an island reversal too. You just kind of understand that too as well. So discipline will serve you well, but it's okay to take advantage of these extra opportunities. So that doesn't mean you have carte blanche to just go like, okay, forget all those previous lessons. No, you just really develop that plan. Be disciplined. When in doubt, be disciplined, but also be aware of opportunities, because when an opportunity knocks, it's good to Good to answer that, right? The other thing too, when you have an opportunity like that, if you're measuring your results, and later we'll talk about how to actually measure your results effectively, separate that out. If it's an unusual kind of one-off opportunity, separate that out when you're doing your actual, looking at your results for your primary and secondary and third and fourths. Separate that out as this unusual opportunity, and then just be aware of what happened. And maybe you start seeing your success on these unusual opportunities that occasionally pop up. You're not having success with it. Well, that might tell you that, maybe I need to kind of be more wary when I might be seeing an opportunity. But if you're having success with it, especially if there's some real classic strong patterns, yeah, take advantage of it. That's okay. Just make sure that you're really sticking to your disciplined plan, and that's more of an exception as opposed to your everyday trading behavior.